Good late afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Holly and you're watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney. This is the last show of the day, the last trade. Australian shares closed a tad higher in a lackluster trade today, driven by gains in the healthcare, energy and mining stocks. The strong rally in the index heavyweights like Crown Resorts, Altium, Treasury Wine as well supported the market, while selling across industrials, tech and telecom stocks capped the up move. Fears of sooner than expected rise in rate hikes amid rising inflation kept investors sidelined. They also kept an eye on the US President Joe Biden's final decision on his nominee to head the Federal Reserve, which could be decided by the timeline on tightening policy. And the benchmark ASX 200 index closed 17.30 points or 0.23% higher. And overall, the index ended the week with a 0.62% loss as looming fears of the rate hikes and inflationary risks rattled investor sentiment. The market witnessed mixed trading today with 6 of 11 sectors settling in the positive terrain. Healthcare emerged as the best gainer by rising 0.8%, followed by consumer staples, which rose 0.7%, and the energy sector an identical 0.7%. Meanwhile, materials climbed 0.4%, and on the flip side, the industrial sector was the worst performer, with a 0.66% loss. Then telecom, tech, utilities and consumer discretionary sectors also settled in the red with marginal losses. The top gainer on the ASX was Australia's largest gaming and entertainment group, Crown Resorts, which gained a whopping 17% on receiving a takeover offer. Some of the other top performers include software firm Altium, winemaking and distribution business Treasury Wine Estates, coal miner Whitehaven Coal, and mining infrastructure service provider Mineral Resources. Then on the losing side, healthcare equipment manufacturer Nanosonics emerged as the worst performer with a 4.9% loss. Other top laggards include lithium miner Pilbara, professional technical service provider ALS, minerals explorer Cobra, and BNPL player Zipco. With that said, let's move on to these stocks that created a buzz on the ASX. Well, on the IPO front, Cadence Opportunities Fund, an Australia-based investment company, surged over 8% on its debut on the ASX. Stock commenced trading on the ASX after the index raised $15.5 million at an offer price of $2.77 a share. Cadence is an investment company currently with approximately 200 shareholders. And shares of Crown Resorts, the largest gaming entertainment company, rallied as much as 16.7% to hit an intraday high of 11.56 apiece today. The stock price surged and emerged as the top gainer on the ASX pack after it received a fresh takeover bid from Blackstone. The casino operator informed its shareholders this morning that it has received a non-binding proposal from a company on behalf of funds managed and advised Blackstone Incorporated and its affiliates. The transaction value of the deal is $12.50 cash per share. And meanwhile, Treasury Wine Estates also extended the rally for the second day, climbing as much as 5.5% to $12.18 during the day's trade so far. The stock price gained momentum after the global winemaking and distribution business announced the acquisition of Frank Family Vineyards on Thursday. The beverage company has released an agreement to acquire the Frank Family Vineyards in the US for $315 million. Meanwhile, shares of Spark Infrastructure dropped 0.3% to touch a day's low of $2.83 after it unveiled a plan to pay a special distribution. The company proposed that if the acquisition of Spark by Picker Bitco became effective, it'll pay a special distribution of 12 cents a share from the Spark Infrastructure Trust. Now it's time for a short break, but around the corner we'll be back with more stocks in action. Tune in to stay updated while on the move.
We will tell you where the crypto craze has reached,
where the property market is headed next,
what the world is doing to become more environmentally friendly,
Apart from tracking the daily market charter.
Be on top of the latest news and announcements
With Kalkine TV. Welcome back, Holly here. Let's explore some more trending market updates. Shares of Altium extended the rally for the second straight session today after the software company reaffirmed its earnings guidance for 2022. The stock price surged as much as 6.4% to hit a 52-week high of 43.69 today, after rising over 5% in the previous session. The company's CEO, Aram Mikazemi, on Thursday told investors that the company was on track to achieve its guidance for the year 2022. Meanwhile, shares of WiseTech Global fell 4.5% to hit an intraday low, of 56.05 after it reaffirmed its revenue and earnings guidance at the annual general meeting today. Speaking at the AGM, CEO Richard White said the company expects to report revenue growth of 18 to 25% and EBITDA growth of 26 to 38% in the 2022 financial year. Meanwhile, Janus Henderson, the global asset management group, traded 2% higher by the mid-session. The company, in an exchange filing, said its CEO, Dick Weil, will retire after 12 years on the job. Moving on to the next segment, let's look east towards the Asian market performance. While shares in the Asia-Pacific region were trading mixed today as lower than expected earnings by Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba reignited fears about a slowdown in the world's second biggest economy. Adding to the woes, regulatory crackdowns by Beijing across various sectors, including property and tech, also dented market sentiment. The Hang Seng Index in Hong Kong was the worst performer in the region, falling 1.8%, weighed down by index heavyweight Alibaba. Shares of the company tumbled over 10% after the online retailer's second quarter results missed estimates due to rising competition and regulatory crackdown. Meanwhile, Japan's Nikkei, however, rose 0.45%, while Shanghai's composite traded higher by 0.35%. And South Korea's Kospi also managed to gain 0.55%, while Indonesia's Jakarta composite rallied 0.9%. And the Straits Times Index in Singapore traded 2% lower, and Taiwan's weighted index fell 0.2%. The country's SET composite also dropped 0.4%, while India's BSE Sensex dropped 0.6% in the opening deals. Well, that said, that is a wrap for today, but I hope you found the market closing commentary informative. We'll be back Monday live from Sydney at 9:30 in the morning with our first report on the pre-market scene. Holly Shields signing off.